So I kind of teased this a few days ago, but I think it's time to actually review it. So today's review is a vintage Beast Wars Rampage. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. Rampage is my favorite design in all of Beast Wars. I just think he looks super cool and just super menacing, and I just really like him. And if you saw the short from Thursday, you would know that I'm kind of confused on if he's supposed to have like a heroic moment at the end of the series, or if that's just kind of something I misunderstood. So, yeah, you might want to watch that video. It's I kind of explain my confusion. But as you can see, it's a trans metal. It's got the X on top for Protoform X. It's got red, and you get orange chrome. He's got all 6 legs. He's got his claws. He's got everything you'd want from him. As you can see, the gun barrel spins. But yeah, he looks really good. I don't really know what else to say about it. I gotta like hold my camera back because he's so big. Transformation. Actually, no, not transformation. Articulation on the beast mode. The legs go down, up, side to side, and up and down, side to side. Ball joints on both things on the legs on both sides. All 3 legs are ball jointed. Sorry. These things, the antennas are ball jointed. The mandibles open and close, including the bottom ones, which are connected to the gun, but you gotta move the gun out of the way. And the claws have multiple points of articulation. They rotate here. They have universal joints. They have swivel. They have like these joints right here. They have a swivel, up and down, open, open. And he's got really big opening claw action. And you just kind of do that instead, or do that. He's got a lot of joints in beast mode, which is cool. I like that. Now, tank mode. That was transformation. We'll get to tank mode. And I do have the missiles. I don't have the smaller gun. The listing said complete, but I think the smaller gun was missing. But the bigger gun is what I wanted, so I got what I wanted. But as you can see, the missile, you turn there's a little wheel down here. You turn it, and the gun will fire, and it spins. The missiles will fire. Now, on to tank mode. What you do is, first thing you want to do is you want to fold this down, fold these, spin this, and go down like that. It'll click into place. And just kind of fold them up like that. Same thing on the other side. Pull up. Pull, spin, collapse everything into place. Now for the claws are kind of interesting. So what you want to do, I've seen a couple different versions of this, but what I do is I put the painted side on the inside like that, and then I rotate down just like that, rotate sideways, open the claw, and then rotate this piece up, fold this up, and then pull out the treads. There are the treads. And then rotate this, and there's this little peg that'll go into there just like that, and then just contort the treads into, there we go, just like that. They do spin. Same thing on this side. The tab. It's kind of the peg sometimes doesn't like to stay, so you gotta fix it like that. And then just kind of fold the claws like that. And there is, it came off again. Dogs are barking. And there's tank mode. As you can see, it's a mode. It's got treads. Looks good. And you can push it, and the treads do spin. Can you see it? These little wheels at the bottom make it spin. These silver, these like gray points, spin the treads. Can you see it? But they do spin. But sometimes they don't like to spin. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think something is rubbing. You kind of, oh. That's the problem with this figure, is that this rubbery piece on the wheel, on the gun, likes to come off. But that might just be mine. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's like the biggest problem with this figure, is that the wheel likes to, the rubber likes to come off the wheel. But oops. The treads spin, as you can see. You kind of gotta push really down on it to get the treads spinning. I don't think you saw that. Yep. They do spin, but they're kind of hard to get to spin. So yeah. Now for robot mode, you basically want to get him back to crab mode. So undo what you did with the claws. Just stuff the treads. Stuff the treads into the claws. That's what everybody does. You can get it looking really clean if you want to. I don't know how bad this review is going to be, but it's just such a big figure, and I have the camera is not very large. I don't know. Yeah, I can't like unzoom, like widen the lens. But yeah, undo the claws, spin, rotate up, and get like that. Same thing on this side. Tread, undo the claws. Oh. Apparently, this rotates. I didn't know that. That is a very tight joint. That is good to know. But yeah, he's almost back into crab mode. There we go. Now he's back into crab mode. And my camera insists on falling down. But what you want to do next is you want to turn the antenna towards the back. Spin the claws down onto the back. And then remove the gun and pull this side out, kind of move the legs and pop the arm out like that. Do the same thing on this side. Let me show you it from the back view. Pull on, I like to pull on the back crab leg. There we go. And just pop it out like that. Move the legs. Fold. Open. Just like that. As you can tell, this figure is a little bit of a shell former. Just a little bit. But it actually does the shell forming really well. And then you fold out the legs. Fold out the crotch and the legs. You can see the Predacon badge right there. Fold out the feet. Fold up the head, and then kind of pull the arms up, and then kind of make sure the head is going up like that. And there we go. And what I like to do is I like to spin the crab legs like that, so that they are out of the way. And there is Rampage. You kind of have to stand him up on his pincers. Pinchers? His claws. Sorry, that was stupid. Why did I not think of that? His claws. But yeah, there's Rampage. This is a really great design, in my opinion. And it didn't... There we go. I kind of use the claws as back legs. But yeah, he just looks really cool. This is the Hasbro, aka also known as the Kenner. Well, yeah, Kenner version. This is the Kenner Toys version. This is not the Takara version. Takara version has blood red translucent plastic for the limbs and the and this, and the orange paint on this, and the mandibles and like the horns maybe are all silver paint like in the show. But I kind of like the orange more a little bit. I kind of like that more. Head sculpt is incredibly cool. I really love this head sculpt. It's just, it looks so cool in my opinion. I don't really know what else to say. Mine's a little worse for wear. I bought this used. I should have shown the box because I bought it with the box. I don't know why I bought the box. I just kind of, I don't know. I should have just bought it complete without the box. I don't know. But that's, I think it's worth it. But yeah, he looks cool. It's definitely, it kind of sinks back into the back a lot. But yeah, it's a cool head sculpt. Now, the gun has a slight transformation as well. As you can see, the gun is like this, and it can, because the mandibles press the little buttons to fire the guns. What you want to do is, what I do, you can do it like that in the middle, but what I do is go all the way to the other side and close it. So that's the gun's transformation, but now we'll get into posability. He's got a ball joint at the head. So up a lot, down a slight bit, and side to side, and a 360 swivel. And now the wings, the little crab shell likes to come off. But he's got universal arms, but the bug legs get in the way. Universal arms. Bicep swivel, elbow, maximum elbow bend. No wrist, but that's fine. You can move the bug legs, not the bug legs, the crab legs anywhere you want. No waist, but he's got a slight thigh swivel. Legs go up, back, and out a little bit, but they kind of get stuck, so you gotta turn like that. There we go. But they do have a slight swivel. Knees go almost, I think, maximum actually, and toe joint. or like foot down joint. But yeah, that is Rampage. Now we get his gun. Gun in hand. And yeah, should you get this figure? Yeah, in my opinion, I have seen a lot of pictures of the rest of the toys, and in my opinion, this is the best one. This is probably the best Beast Horse figure that they made in all the line. But that might change because I'm going to a toy show, and I might find some older ones there. And I do know that Optimus Primal and Transmetal 2 Megatron are good, and I have Depth Charge on the way, but I don't think any are going to come close to this. I just think this is the best design that Beast Wars came up with, and I just think he's the coolest figure. So should you get one, look for a decent price. All you really need to get the full depth charge Rampage experience is the figure with all its legs and the big gun and the big like tank gun. You don't really need the missiles or the instructions or anything, or the box or the smaller gun. You just really need this. I had discovered that this is a really good fidget. If you need a really good fidget, you can just do that. It's a really good fidget for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, this is just honestly probably the best figure from Vintage Beast Wars, in my opinion. But yeah, it's really good. Try to look for one not as expensive as what I paid. I paid probably way too much money for this, but I think it was worth it. But yeah, I find a lot of like used ones. They may not be complete, but you can probably get the figure with all his legs, because the legs pop off on ball joints kind of easily. So, and then the gun for tank mode, you can probably find that for an okay price. I think I saw one that had all its legs and this gun for like $60, and that's all right. I'm not going to say if I paid more or less, but I actually paid more. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't feel ripped off though. I think this is the best figure. I think this is the best Vintage Beast Wars figure. I keep saying that. He can't really stand very well unless you have him on his crab claws. He kind of has to stand on his back of his crab claws, which is okay, I guess. He does like to fall over sometimes. As you can see, he's kind of being held by his crab legs. He's not being held by his feet. But yeah, this is a really good figure, and I recommend it. And I can tell you right now, they'll probably make a new. Honestly, I don't think if they'll make a new one, because of the treads. The treads might make making a new one almost impossible, because Hasbro doesn't do rubber treads anymore, and they do rubber tires, but the treads just get in the way and they'll probably deteriorate and all that. So if you want one, try to get a vintage one. I don't think the third parties are better. I've never bought a third party, so I can't really say, but I think this is the best. So yeah, I think I've been going on a little too long on this, so I'll just let you know. Try to find it for a good price. It's really good. I promise you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching.